Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So today we are playing a little bit of Esper Flash in the new, now fully Pioneer format on Arena. So this deck, as the name suggests, is just playing a lot of things at instant speed. It's running a lot of Flash creatures, Flash planeswalkers, and just using that ability to be as flexible as possible to respond at the last possible moment to what the opponent's doing. Kind of generate some advantage over them. So this deck is kind of full of some of the best Flash creatures in the format. So Aven Interrupter, exiling a spell and plotting it, really cutting into the opponent's tempo. Spell Queller, which you'll recognise from the Azorius Spirits list, which can exile a spell with mana 4 or less for as long as Spell Queller is on the battlefield. Just the one copy of Slither-Wisp, which is one of the enablers of the deck, turning all of our other flash spells into card draw. Cunning Nightbond, Bonder, reducing the cost of all our flash spells. So it's that kind of thing that we've got going on. Then Enduring Curiosity being a source of card draw as well. So there's a few similarities to the self-bounce. There's a little bit of kind of self-bounce shenanigans going on here with the Sunpearl Kirans, which is the kind of flash creature that does the bouncing thing, and we are running Nowhere to Run as a flash enchantment as well. The ability to pick that up, use it again, potentially with a discounted mana cost because of the Night Bonder. Really just adds to the power of this card. That interaction is already pretty good, and we can potentially make it even better by making these spells even cheaper. And then what the Wandering Emperor is obviously the Planeswalker that has Flash, so we're playing that as well. Then a few more spells just to round out the package with No More Lies, and then our early Thoughtseize Fatal Push black 1 mana spells. In terms of the mana base, unsurprisingly, not many, no tri-lands, just because we do want to be able to cast our spells on turn 1. So we are stretching the mana base a little. We are running a lot of fast lands because most of the deck is kind of 1 to 3 mana, and then some shock lands as well, and then just one Restless Anchorage, and a couple of other things. The Swamp is our only basic land, so as I say, we are putting a little bit of pressure on the mana base to be able to perform. It should be fine, but there will be occasions when we need to look quite carefully about whether we need to mulligan. In terms of the sideboard, so we got some counter spells with a null, 3 steps ahead, Test of Talents, that kind of thing. Surge of Salvation, just to protect some of our spells. So if we want to protect our Slither-Wisp for a turn or something like that, then a Surge of Salvation will do the trick. Containment Priest, shutting down those decks which are trying to kind of combo from the library or doing things like that. Rest in Peace, obviously, is hitting the graveyard. Sheltered by Ghosts is a great little tempo swing, as well as a removal spell. Good against mono red, particularly with the lifelink. Archangel Avacyn, powerful flash creature that protects all of our other creatures the turn it enters, and then potentially becomes Avacyn the Purifier later on. And then a couple of Meringue River Regents in the sideboard. So although the creature side of this doesn't have flash, it is also kind of an instant that does some card draw. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory, but all of it happening at instant speed. Well, most of it anyway, apart from the Thoughtseizes. So yeah, we will be passing through a lot of our turns and waiting to see what the opponent does. Magic, just as Garfield intended. So that's the deck. Let's take it onto the ladder. Draw a third land in this hand is pretty good. We got 2 draw steps to find out. I think this is worth a keep. Because we're on the play, we've got early interaction if they play something turn 1. Yeah, so they're on the mouse package. Okay, well that's pretty good. So we'll pass with Nowhere to Run available to us. Hopefully they might Manifold Mouse or something that we can then... Yep. Good. So we'll take out the Heartfire Hero. Nice little interaction with Nowhere to Run means that it doesn't do us any damage. Okay, so now we've got some options. Queller, Fatal Push. Really see what the opponent does. Obviously, I think we'll quell something like a Screaming Nemesis. Yeah, now I've got a choice here. I can either send that back and plot it, or I can just quell it straight away. I think Spell Queller is fine. It means that mouse doesn't have any good attacks. Okay. Yeah, we'll shock that in. Don't think I want to Enduring Curiosity yet, but it is an option depending on what the opponent does. They have choices, as do I. Sunspine Links. So I'll take 4 from that. No, I think we can quell that as well. Now we've got some options about whether we want to Fatal Push this Manifold Mouse. I think I shall, actually, just because we're probably about to do some quite significant redraws. Or where are we? So they are shields down for a turn, and if they play something like a Nemesis, I'm not hugely fussed. So yeah, let's just get Curiosity down. Draw a couple of cards. Yep, land is good. Yeah, Terse is pretty good. Interesting that they're putting this in a sort of... They've got Tersa in a sort of mono-red mice package, as opposed to anywhere else. Yeah, not a problem. Well, I mean, may as well draw 3 more cards. Definitely winning this race. Yeah, I mean, it's not hugely exciting, but it's fine. Sure. I bow to your choices. Go for it. Okay, well, let's see what card they reveal first. That's fine. So, Night Bonder can come down. Yeah, well, fair enough. So, I think Surge of Salvation can go in, Sheltered by Ghosts can go in, Thoughtseize can go out. I do not like losing life from my spells. Test of Talents, probably not. Containment Priest, no. Archangel Avacyn, maybe on the play, maybe. I think this is fine as it is. Just a 5-drop against mono red. Probably not where we need to be. So we've got blue and white and black. Yep, that's fine. And a command who faces Kakazan is not a problem by itself, so that can be our Fatal Push land, ready for whatever they play, which hopefully will be something like a Half-Fire Hero is fine. So I think I will just push that and be mana efficient. Ooh, that is an aggressive use of a Monstrous Rage. I mean, they get to do a 6 damage, but They do lose their creature to do that, so it is not without cost. Fine. Well, we'll do what we can to protect our life total here, I think. Yep, that's fine. Ooh, Concealed Courtyard's a great draw. It gives us the option to quell next turn without losing any life. Nothing, huh? Alright, I'll just play some of my flash creatures then. Pick up me Nowhere to Run. Have that as another removal spell. And now with this on the battlefield, I've got both Nowhere to Run and Spell Queller as options, so it feels pretty damn spicy. Yeah, so I'll quell that. They've got no good attacks, but tell you what, let's get that out of the way anyway. And another Spell Queller. Well, that's fun. Yeah, we're certainly making our presence known in this game. Nothing. Okay, opponent. This better be good. Okay. So that gives them the Witchstalker Frenzy back, which they could use to kill Milado here. I can then just remove it with the Sheltered by Ghosts, so it's not really a huge problem. So that was a lot of noise, but actually the result was the same, which was a pretty easy win. Can't play that. No, sad. Oh god, I mean, this is such a ridiculous hand, but no. No, can't keep that. Can't keep that. Well, we're going to 4. 4 is not good, but... So we'll put back Godless Shrine, Enduring Curiosity, probably No More Lies. Just hope for the best here. Hello. Yes, I agree. It's not been a good start. And if this is Phoenix, that's even worse. I mean, I feel better about the not keeping the Thought Seizes, given that it was Phoenix. Or it's Lotus Field. Okay. Well, I'll just Sun Pearl Kieran then. Yeah, we're not running anything like Damping Sphere, so I'm going to have a think about how we sideboard best against this deck. I'm not happy about that. Not happy at all. Yeah, interesting that they weren't that fussed about losing their Thespian stage. Kind of implies maybe they have another one. Yeah. And indeed they do. So it's very unlikely I'm going to be able to do anything here. Wandering Emperor is okay, but probably not enough. We'll flash it in now anyway.
Finally, I'm home. Remember your training.
You never know, they might whiff, I suppose. Okay, well, that's a card. Ooh, okay, they've gone big on... So presumably they have a hidden strings now. Yep. Good for them. Lucky, lucky, lucky Lotus field. Couldn't happen to a nicer deck. Oh, they're going early on the Lear. Nowhere to run is embarrassingly bad against that card, but never mind. You know what? Play it out a little bit more just in case. Maybe the fact that they leered so early is telling of something. Don't think we're getting around them anytime soon, but you never know. You never know what they might fail to draw. Sylvan Scrying, okay. It's a lot of things happening. I don't like it when things happen. Yeah, well, I suppose I don't have to be here for this. So, how am I sideboarding against Lotus Field combo? I think I probably want Test of Talents. Do I want Rest in Peace? Does Rest in Peace help particularly? I mean, it's not great, but then all of this removal is absolutely awful against what they're doing. So these got to all come out anyway. So yeah, Rest in Peace can go in. I suppose Containment Priest can go in. 3 steps ahead can go in. Archangel Avacyn can go in. Maybe a Meringue River Region can go in. I'm not happy about it. I don't approve of this nonsense, but we are where we are. We'll just learn to live with it, I suppose. So we'll start with Thoughtseize, take a sneaky peek in their hand. So they've got Lotus Field and they've got Thespian Stage. I'm tempted to take their Balaget Recovery, actually, because then they don't have much... then they might just strand themselves on mana. And without green, they can't go and find a different one with Sylvan Scrying. So yeah, we'll try that, shall we? Didn't quite work. Still, we don't have to tolerate that nonsense. Yeah, they could have Sylvan Scribed before there. They actually wasted some time. Da-dum. Okay, they already had the Lotus field. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, it would be nice if I draw something that isn't land, but I think we are fairly dead now. This has not been a good matchup at all. I feel like... Yeah, I'm not sure there's anything we could have done differently. Maybe we just need, like, damping spheres in the sideboard. Is there anything we could have done differently? I don't know. Our draws weren't the quickest. I mean, we did just top deck land mostly there. What a fun way of playing the game, eh? Let's move on. No. Thing is, it's hard to know. Oh God, what is going on with these opening hands? Madness. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to do it like this. Yeah, it's hard to know because you really don't see that much Lotus Field anymore. So, I mean, we got absolutely stomped there, but I'm not entirely sure that it's worth worrying about too much. Boo! Boo to you, sir. Do we Thoughtseize or do we wait? No, let's wait. Should have Thoughtseized. Now we'll... No, we're fine. Now we'll Thoughtseize. Yeah. Take their shield right here just in case. It's pretty grim if they draw another land. We are super behind though. Just because of the way we had to mulligan to 5. And yeah, they are stone raining me by doing that, which they do not know them. They are not aware of yet, but yeah, they're going to soon realise that they can just do that again and again. So unfortunately, I've drawn my only basic land. Yeah, this is pretty much as bad as it gets for this deck. So we are running against mono black demons. I think a null is fine. Is Containment Priest any good against what they're doing? Not really. Sheltered by Ghosts. I don't hate actually in this, so let's put that in. Stick in Archangel Avacyn as well. Then we've got to lose 7. 7 spells. I don't love Aven Interrupter. Probably too easily killed. Same with Enduring Curiosity. And we'll ditch one Thoughtseize on the play. Now, let's manifest some slightly better opening hands. Yep, that'll do. Nothing. Well, I might just play the Kieran. They may have a removal spell for it, but that's fine. It's only a 2-1 with flash. No, weren't buying. Okay. Did not want to bite. That is fine. Liliana of the Vale. No, thank you. Okay, well, Anchorage will allow us to Emperor next turn. We do have some stuff to do before then. Shieldred, yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, we do have an option for killing Shieldred, at least. Yeah, I think we need to do this regardless of what they have as their 5-drop. Because unanswered Shieldred is just a massive problem.
You're done.
So yeah, do what you like for a turn. Fair enough. No, I'll give you that. That's pretty good. So I will send in the Kieran. Pass the turn with double Fatal Push available. Cool, 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 cool. Now, do I actually just know where to run and save the Fatal Push maybe for another Shieldred? I think that's probably sensible. No, Liliana. Okay, well that'll give them an answer to my Sunpo Kieran this turn at least. Sure thing.
I've always hated crowds.
I can activate this Mutavault, but I wouldn't recommend it. Another nowhere to run. Well, so I could take Liliana off the battlefield, but that would tap me out. Which I don't really want to do, so I think I am just going to have to accept that I'm losing a land here. That's fine. I still don't actually have an answer to the Wandering Emperor. Oh, what am I going to sack here?
We all have things we'd rather forget.
I'll sack the Annul, just in case, because another land in Archangel Avacyn's great, so... Yeah, I'm not really going to fall for you. Trying to bluff me into losing my Anchorage. So we'll kill that. So there's a roughly 500% chance that their final card is a Fatal Push, so I don't think I'm going to risk it with my
New moves to
Emperor. Does mean I lose my Avacyn though, which is super annoying, but maybe I should have held that land, waited for an untapped one. Yeah.
Drop it.
Okay, they didn't have Fatal Push, but they did have Go for the Throat, which I suppose, yeah, swings and roundabouts, but yeah, this is going to be tough. So we'll fire up the Restless Anchorage. We'll grow it.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
Pop the map. But yeah, they're just gaining so much life now that I'm not sure there's a huge amount we're going to be able to do.
Still have much to learn.
We've got a turn, I suppose. And another annex. Well, that's not good. No, that's fine. It's all quite annoying, isn't it? Right, we'll go one more time and then we'll call it a day. Yeah. Probably on the edge of keepable, this hand. The fact they've mulligan makes me feel better about it. The fact they've mulligan twice makes me feel much better about it. Hello. Another mono red deck. Okay. Well, I feel like we know what we're doing against mono red. Ooh. Nice. Well, that's pretty good for me. Pretty bad for them. Basically just stone rain them for a turn. Not going to complain about that. Do I care about Command who faces Kakazan? I mean, I may as well spell Queller, I suppose. Why not? I got a Heartfire hero down, I suppose, but nowhere to run is a good answer to that. So let's just chill and see what they do. How do I feel about just taking 1 damage from this? I think that's fine. I'll tell you what, let's... this does 2 damage to any target, doesn't it? Yeah, so what I could do is play the Emperor.
Anyone who harms
Just
my
tick it up.
must contend with me. Remember your training.
Yeah, that seems pretty good. Then let's just tick it up again. Let's just keep moving it beyond the point where it becomes vulnerable to their removal. I think I will shock in this land now so I have access to both of these cards. Yeah, fine. Yeah, got me. Yeah, I'll take another 1. I'll quell the Bone Crusher Giant. Okay, now I think we can just exile the... What I was going to say is now I think we can just exile the Heartfire hero, but, you know. Okay, Sheltered by Ghosts in, Surge of Salvation in, Thoughtseize out. We've kind of done this before. And we'll run it back. So we got away with keeping a pretty mediocre hand there because the opponent mulled to 5. Didn't really get off the ground. They'll be on the play now, so we'll need to be a little more selective. Yeah, this is a keep, I think. It's a very reactive hand, but given what we know about what they're playing, I think reactive is not a problem. You know, it's basically 5 removal spells when you include that Sampo Kirin picks this up again. Now it's 6 removal spells. Well, they got the good start, but we do have an answer, so we'll let them target the mouse with that. We'll Fatal Push it. Take 1. Okay, I get the point. Yep, that's fine. They can't recast that, so they're going to give that double strike, presumably. Yep, I'll let them attack. Push the Ember Heart. Just take 1. Well, looks like I'm just chilling. I mean, this way I do take... I suppose I could... I take 2 either way, don't I? I think I'll kill that now. 2 is not the worst. Jesus. Okay. Okay, well now at least I suppose I've got a window just to kill this Manifold Mouse and get a bit ahead of them. Yep. I mean, it's quite funny, but like... Where's the land, people? Pick up this. I'll play some Kirin and pick up one of our nowhere to runs, just because now we've got still no land, huh? Deeply, deeply silly. I mean, they have struck on 2 land as well, but I mean, come on. Get rid of that. I'll take -2 damage. That is a spell I can cast, I suppose, at least. What a horrendously scuffed game this has turned out to be. Yep. Well, I'm sure that was fun for everyone. I enjoyed it. You'll go. Did I... Was my achievement that I did not cast a single card during my own turn? Yeah. Ah, good. Why does that not feel like an achievement? Why does that feel like the sort of thing an evil villain would do? Tell you what, let's take a mythic pack this time, as we got a lot of coinage coming in. We'll open each of these, have a quick look. Lotus, like, great limited card, probably not going to do anything anywhere else. And this is a rare wild card, isn't it? Ugh, spent 300 coins more for just a rare wild card. Feels bad. Never mind. So yeah, Esper Flash, interesting build. Some unfortunate mulligans probably prevented us from showing the full capabilities of this deck. Clearly very good against mono red, if nothing else. You know, the kind of instant speed interaction, bringing in Sheltered by Ghosts, just them never really having the ability to do much damage. Seemed pretty good. Very poor against Lotus Field. Perhaps the sideboard needs adjusting a little. Maybe you don't need the River Regents, so you could just stick in some damping spheres instead, because that would do something against Phoenix as well. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Probably needs a little tweaking, but interesting one to test out anyway. Enduring Curiosity remains a fascinating card. When it comes out, the opponent's in quite a lot of trouble, but yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Some, as I say, it's a pretty scuffed game towards the end there, but on the whole, pretty well performing against at least one of the best decks in the meta, so probably worth paying attention to. And yeah, that is Esper Flash. So thank you very much for watching. As ever, like and subscribe. Always appreciate the support. And I will see you next time.